What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Big Benji Podcast, Episode 2. Right now, I am sitting in my car, so this is going to be a car episode. Oh my god. I'm going to have to cut that out. Anyway, been a while since I've been on here. Lil Thiggy cannot be with us tonight because he's at his house. But I know it's been, I think 2 months-ish since I've done an episode of the podcast. But today I was just going to talk about random things and maybe tell some stories from my childhood and all that. But anyway, before I get into any of that, if you have not yet subscribed, please hit the button down there and subscribe and like the video and spread this with your friends, because I'm going to start trying to do the podcast every week. I'm going to try to upload it on either every Monday or Tuesday. I'm not entirely sure if I'll film it on Monday or Tuesday. I may film it a few days ahead and just wait to upload it. But first thing I want to say before I dive into any more of the podcast is to any of my viewers and to any of the viewers' families who were impacted by Hurricane Helene, I do apologize for the devastation you guys are facing right now. Excuse me. The entire East Coast right now is in shambles after Hurricane Helene, and I live on the East Coast, and I've been seeing all over the news and TikTok that Asheville, North Carolina got really messed up during that storm. Georgia down in Atlanta, they got messed up. The Big Bend of Florida got messed up. And right now there's another one out there that they're watching that may form. I just hope that it doesn't form. Let's all just pray that it doesn't. But anyway, again, to all my viewers that are watching on the East Coast, I'm sorry for the devastation. I hope that we could help rebuild y'all. I mean, if I could volunteer, I would, but I don't have the appropriate car to drive down to where y'all are. If I had the appropriate car, what I mean by the appropriate car is I mean a car that I could trust to get me there and back, I would. But again, I'm sorry if any of you are feeling the wrath of Hurricane Helene. That was a powerful storm, and I hope that all y'all are safe and hope that y'all's family are safe. So we will be watching the weather as it develops about this newest one, and hopefully if it does develop, it'll turn off and go somewhere else away from the East Coast. But that concludes that. So lately I have been working. That's one of the reasons why I haven't really had time to stop and do an episode of the podcast. It's just right now I'm kind of at a standstill in my life that I'm not sure how to explain it. I mean, I know a lot of people, especially my age, have these feelings that, I mean, they just don't know what they want to do in life. I mean, I would love to do a podcast. It's just that's where the viewers watching this at the current moment comes into play. That couple seconds it takes you to hit subscribe means a million times to us. It means something a million times to the creator. And I've just been kind of battling with that lately. Because I'm 23 years old. And I graduated high school 4 years ago, and it's just since I've graduated high school, I really haven't done anything with life. I mean, I've worked in and out of fast food jobs, and right now I'm currently working as a stocker at a locally owned business here where I live. And I'll only be there for another week and a half, and then I'm going to be leaving that job. And I've been doing a lot of soul searching the past couple weeks about what I would like to do with my life. And podcasting is something I like. I like to create content. I like to be able to interact with people online and all that. And that's why I need y'all's help to help make that dream come true. And I promise you, YouTubers, especially smaller YouTubers, it means the world when they see a new subscription. And some YouTubers, yes, as they get bigger on the internet, they kind of lose focus on how they got there. But I do not ever want to lose the focus. If I was ever to get big on YouTube, I would not forget how I got there, because it's all of you watching this right now. But I was talking to my wife the other night, and I just told her that, I mean, nowadays society tells people that you have to work a 9-to-5 job in order to live a comfortable life. And I agree with that to a certain extent. And the reason why I say that is because I don't think in life you should have to spend every waking moment of your day working. I mean, we were put on this earth by the Lord to enjoy our lives, experience our lives. How are we supposed to do that if we're working all the time? That's really where my mindset's been, is I want to focus on experiencing something new in my life and adventuring in my life and bringing people along with me that want to see things. And that's where I've been at a standstill, because without money, you can't do any of that. Oh, hang on. My light went out. There we go. That might happen a few times because I'm just using the lights in my car. So that may happen a few times throughout the video. If it does, I'm sorry. I'll get it turned back on in 3 seconds. But, so, I mean, if any of you are feeling like that, let me know in the comments section. And if you felt like that and don't feel like that anymore, tell me what you did to help you. But anyway, other than that, that being said, I wanted to tell you a story about when I was a kid. And when I was a kid, there were a lot of different things I wanted to do with my life. I said at one point I wanted to be a cop. I wanted to be a teacher, firefighter, all the things kids wish they could be. But then, as I got older and I started watching cop shows and all that, I seen what cops go through. I said, I am not brave enough to go into that line of work. To all the men and women in blue out there that can go out into that line of work, I salute you. But yeah, guys, it is October the 2nd today, I believe. Yeah, October the 2nd. And now that it's not even close to Halloween. We still got a few weeks, but I wanted to tell you a Halloween story that happened to me when I was probably 7 or 8 years old. Whew, that scarred me, to say the least. So here it goes. When I was a kid, where I live, there's this guy who lives down a road called Dandruff Road here in South Carolina. And every year for Halloween, he goes all out. He would have family, friends dress up in scary costumes and scare the kids trying to go get some candy. Well, y'all, I am a big wuss. I don't like to be scared because I don't like the feeling of... in a way, when you get scared to a certain point, you just feel helpless. But I got out of the car on Halloween night, that night, when I was, 6, 7, 8 years old, somewhere along there. And my dad said that as soon as I seen the guy who organizes all of it, I said, "Oh no!" And he said I took off running back toward the car, and apparently the guy seen me turn and run back to my car. Well, run back to my mom's car. And my mom and them said that when I jumped in that car, I jumped so far into that car that I about landed in my brother's lap. And I slammed the door shut and I locked it. And the guy come over there and he actually started shaking my mom's car to the point where my mom said to my dad, you got to tell him to stop, because I think he's gone too far. But I tell you, when he was shaking that car, oh my God, I don't think I've ever been so scared in my life. Oh my Lord. But after that night, I swear, for the remainder of the time I went trick-or-treating, I would never get out at that man's house. I would never get out at his house. But now, I'm 23, I'm too old to go trick-or-treating. I do the adult trick-or-treating now. For all the maybe parents watching this, you know what the adult trick-or-treating is. It's when you go to the store on November the 1st and buy the half-off Halloween candy they have left over. Anyway, there was another story about a time that I got scared, literally half to death. And one night I was sitting at home, and my aunt had called my mama and asked her if I could come and get something from over there for her. And so I went outside and I started walking over there. Well, beside my aunt and them's house, they used to have a bush. Literally, I'd say this is probably the corner of their house, probably about right here. And the bush was about that much poking out from the corner of the house. And I was looking, and I thought that the shadow of the bush on the house looked a little weird, because it was dark outside. It's like, that shadow looks a little weird. And as I got probably about, I would say probably 500, 600 something yards, maybe less, away from their house, that shadow that I thought looked weird took off running towards me. And I tell you that I turned around and I ran the fastest I've ever ran in my life. In the back, somebody could have said, "Run, Forrest, run," and I would have transformed into Forrest Gump, because I was running. I ran home, I went inside, and I shut the door, and I locked it. Well, come to find out, it was just my Uncle Ryan, who had bought a ghillie suit for hunting, because we used to hunt in my family, but we don't anymore. But yeah, it was him in a ghillie suit. And I tell you, y'all, that scared me so bad that I about peed in my pants that night. And I tell you that I ran as fast as I've ever ran in my life. My dad, my brother, my little brother, which is Lil Thiggy, he would tell you that I ran so fast that that's the fastest they'd ever seen me run. But so yeah. But yeah, that was creepy. But yeah, I'm glad that it's getting into the October season, because that means that fall and winter's on the way. I mean, fall's started now. Now down here in the south, the past 2 days we've had weather up in the upper 80s. And I'm ready for the weather to drop and get cold. Because I love fall and winter. I've always loved the cold time of the year rather than the hot and humid time of the year. And I don't know. I mean, and I think that it's about a 50-50 between people that love hot and humid weather and hate cold weather, and then the people that hate hot and humid weather and love cold weather. Whichever one you are, let me know in the comment section below. But so yeah. Next week I will try to have Lil Thiggy on the podcast if I can, which we may be talking about the Bad Blood pay-per-view, which is this coming Saturday, October the 5th, and that's about to be an epic. But so yeah, I thought I heard something. I'm actually waiting on my wife to get off work, and I decided to film a podcast. Now, I don't know if this will go up tonight. I'm going to try to get it up tonight, because I still got to get off of here and what's the word I'm looking for? I still have to edit this video and everything. Y'all, I know that this was random because, I mean, if you've been a long-time viewer of the channel, seeing me have a podcast was weird because, I mean, I've been the one to post vlogs and hang on, my mind's lost right now, and gaming videos, but the reason why I actually decided to do a podcast was because of my inspiration was the You Should Know podcast. If you have not watched them, you check them out because they are hilarious. They upload every Monday, and their newest episode this past Monday, oh my god, I have not laughed so hard at a video in a very long time. And you'll see why. Go search them up on YouTube, the You Should Know podcast, and watch it. Because that was hilarious. But, so the past month or so that I've not been uploading, I mean, a good bit has happened. Like, I got a new job. I finally got this car back on the road. And things like that. I'm gonna get me a couple gummy bears. These are supposed to be sour gummy bears, but they're not really sour. See them? And they're hard. But to all my video game players out there, I know this is past overdue to have beaten this game, but I have played Batman Arkham Asylum and beat it, and I played Batman Arkham City and beat it, and right now I'm playing Batman Arkham Knight. I know that there's a new Batman game coming out. It's called Batman Arkham Shadows, or Shadow, whatever, and it looks like it's going to be an amazing game, and I want to play it. But it looks like it's only going to be strictly for the PlayStation 5, and I have a PlayStation 4. So, but Arkham Asylum is probably, to me, the greatest Batman game there is. But yeah, is the quality on this phone a little bit better? I believe the first episode that we filmed of this, we filmed on an iPhone, I think. And this is a Samsung Galaxy I'm filming on now. Let me show y'all something that we got for Christmas this year. That's been sitting in my car. Can't even see it in the full camera. This is going to be a perfect centerpiece for the counter at the house. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the cold part of the year because I love Christmas. Christmas has always been my favorite holiday throughout the year. I don't know what it is about Christmas that draws me to it so much. I don't know if it's the lights and just the atmosphere feeling around Christmas time, or if it's just the fact that you're surrounded by the ones you love that don't really see that often throughout the year. Again, I don't know what it is, but I love Christmas time. But just one second, there's somebody coming. I'll be right back. It's just kind of weird when you're filming in public and somebody sees you just talking to yourself. It looks weird. But I forgot my train of thought. Anyway, but I forgot what I was going to say, but I'll start something new. If it comes back to me, I'll say it. Right now, the WWE is amazing right now. Just the storylines they have going on right now on both Raw and SmackDown is mint. it is a very, very good show right now. And I mean, Monday Night Raw is on fire right now. Main event, Jey Uso. If some of y'all watch wrestling, y'all know Yeet. And Jey Uso has won the Intercontinental Championship, not this past Monday, but last week on Monday Night Raw. And for the first time in 14 years since he has been in the WWE, he finally has won a singles championship. And congrats to him. But so yeah, I mean, that's unfortunately all I have time for today. I'm sorry that's only like 20-something minutes. But I promise you, episodes from here on out will probably be 30 to 40, maybe 45 minutes. Maybe even to an hour, depending on what we talk about. But anyway, once again, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and thank y'all for coming, and I will see y'all on episode 3 of the Big Benji podcast. Night, y'all.